Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching the Clone Wars Season 4, Episode 12, Slaves of the Republic. So we're definitely picking up where we left off last time, and I am stressed. I really hope that this episode is going to have a good outcome, but you never know with this show, and you never know with this world, with knowing the path the galaxy is taking. A reminder that you can find the annotated version of this reaction on my Patreon. Let's go. I unfortunately don't know how true that is. You know, unless they mean slave to greed and evil, but they've restarted the royal slave auction or something, right? That's what he literally told you last episode.
Plan on keeping the queen occupied? Well, with my magnetic charm.
Oh my god!
Yes, the role of master comes easily to me.
Really? Well, this time try to be convincing at it.
Oh boy.
How can a civilization this advanced still practice slavery?
It makes them wealthy and powerful.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, or not surprised by what people would do. I'm really stressed, I hate this place.
And fetch refreshments.
It's just like, what an attractive specimen.
Will have to be processed. Her demeanor leaves much to be desired. What is it?
Disgusting woman.
However,
I don't want to know.
Lars, stop it! Stop it! You are the one.
How did he know she'd be this easily charmed?
Walk with me.
Even the little creature's like, he's my friend. I wouldn't trust him either, that was far too easy. I don't imagine this queen's gonna stay on the throne long if she's that easily won over.
stand watch. I'll take a closer look.
How can we just rescue some people from this place and not others?
Governor.
They're gonna know there's someone here now. We've revealed our presence, and I don't blame us. I'm here for it, but I'm stressed. Fuck. Anakin. I know why you stopped that, but...
Wait! Stop!
Anakin... That probably wouldn't have succeeded anyway. She would have died either way.
Very well.
She'd have been killed as soon as she did it.
Prize for to sit at my side.
I really hate this episode. It's very necessary because we need to take this place down, destroy it to rubble, but...
Well, who is he?
This is awful.
All will be revealed in time.
She's suspicious of him now.
Before
Fuck.
we begin the auction, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Knight.
She knows he's with him, right? Like, how small-minded
I have to rescue you again, old man.
do you have to be
I knew you'd have a backup plan.
to want to watch someone be whipped? Oh, how did she put that on her? I hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
Such determination.
Oh my god, I know we get out of this somehow, but this is awful.
You shouldn't listen to them. My friends.
Yep. You aren't strong if you think the strong beat the weak.
My bodyguard will need a weapon.
She has his people that he cares about. Oh god.
Little scug.
She could have properly killed you then, by the way. She did it gently.
Hope that doesn't happen.
Aren't you big and powerful? Maybe next time we shouldn't send 4 people to rescue 50,000 people from an empire of slavers with hundreds of people at their bidding, thousands of people at their bidding.
Enemy.
Holy shit.
And it will not be you who suffers should you defy me.
Oh, that is the way to break a good person. The quickest way.
I don't see commitment as slavery.
No.
It is when it comes at the cost of yourself.
Not if it's your own free choice. But you don't understand giving people choices, do you?
There is nothing we could not accomplish.
God, she really fell for him in like 2 minutes.
You have
This is awful.
It is you.
So how would you feel if someone came, took over your kingdom and made you a slave? Would you just be like, oh yes, it is the way of things?
Your friends lays in your face. It will be you who keeps them that way.
No, it'll be you actually. Anakin, don't let it get in your head. You have enough guilt in there, rattling around. Okay, that episode was pretty horrific. Just the whole concept of slavery, of anybody thinking they are better than another person or that they have a right to own another person, is just sickening and wrong, and I don't even know how you begin to think you have that, you know. And so you just sort of see this slave empire that's still ticking, and it's kind of true that like the Republic and the Jedi have not really done anything to stop slavery, because for all that they destroyed the empire of that empire of slavery, they were doing pretty alright for themselves, clearly just doing small slave deals rather than giant royal banquet slave deals. And then like even Anakin's past was to do with slavery. So I think like the Jedi and the Republic, while they have a lot of great ideals, haven't necessarily been the most successful at implementing them. And obviously it's much harder to implement good ideas than it is to have them. So this was just a really hard episode to watch, to kind of think of all of the suffering going on in the galaxy and to think about how it relates to the real suffering that has happened in our world and is happening in our world. It's just heartbreaking and painful. To think that they would just take an entire people and just turn them into slaves for no reason, just because they aren't fighters. If anything is going to make you choose to fight against separatists, surely it's hearing about how the pacifist world that offered to make a deal with them were turned into slaves. I'm proud of our group for trying so desperately to save everybody, but at the same time, why did we send 4 people? I know that they were kind of just supposed to find out where they were and try and free them. And yes, they have done stealth missions before, but 4 people to this place? I mean, to be honest, I suppose if we did a giant assault, maybe they would kill the hostages. That is a problem. But I feel like we need to attack this place with ships and clones and destroy it. Literally, like, take the rubble to the ground and stop the cult, imprison every single person that has been active in the slave trade, and teach them a better way of life for the children. The concept of those who are slavers become slaves themselves, like, no, not really. We can hope. I suppose maybe if you get sent to prison for life, you're kind of a slave when you're in prison because you can't get out, but you know, I just think that was a weird statement at the beginning. So this episode was really hard to watch, to see the way the slaves are being treated, to see the way they were talked to, and then the way our characters were treated when they were caught. Really is painful to watch. There is some peace in knowing that the 4 of them that are here are around later, so obviously they will get out of this, but I'm very worried about the people. We've already seen many of them die. I am very stressed about what the future is going to be in a wider scale, but yeah, this was a very traumatic episode, and I feel like it's going to continue in that vein. I don't even know that I have that much more to say beyond just, this does a very good job of highlighting just how awful slavery is and has always been, and you can't use the excuse of if you go back to their time period, because there have been people in every time period who argued that it was wrong. And you know, yes, I will say that if you think about the Romans, I will give them the slightest bit more, like, okay, yes, it was a different time than I would someone today, but people have always known slavery was wrong. But if you benefit from it, and you know, yes, it is easier to be emboldened if everybody in your society is doing it, but I still think, you know, people have always known slavery was wrong, so no one gets away with it. And to think that it's still happening in this future, well, it's still happening today. Of course, it would still be happening then. People, the greedy, evil people, always find a way to seek power and make others suffer. And I really hope we're gonna get through this arc in the next episode and make these slavers pay and put an end to at least this empire of slavery. So thank you so much for watching this reaction. You can find the unedited version on my Patreon.